So, hello.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining us again for our next episode of the Careers Chat podcast. So, today we have another wonderful student from the University of Warwick. Raj, can I ask you to introduce yourself to us, please?
Hi, my name is Raj, and I'm from India, and I'm currently pursuing my master's in cybersecurity engineering at WMG Warwick. And also, I've been the student ambassador, and so those roles helped me to probably gain more exposure and have a more social life instead of a more academic focused life. Plus, I'm the course representative, so I get to interact with a lot of people. So yeah, it's pretty interesting till now. Yeah. So
Wow,
that's it.
very busy.
Very busy.
You are very busy. So now we'll dig into this and understand exactly what's happening with your academic, social life, and everything as an international student at Warwick. So, what made you choose to come and study in the UK and this university?
All right. So UK feels more homely compared to maybe US, Australia, or maybe Canada. Also, I have more relatives over here, so it just gives you more of a comfort. Like if you need someone, you have someone over here. Plus, most of the students come to UK because the degree is just for a year. The master's degree is just for a year, so they get done with their degree earlier than maybe going to a US or somewhere else. So, and plus cybersecurity, what best place than Warwick? So yeah.
We didn't pay him to say that.
His own choice.
So it's interesting you talked about having connections. So do you feel you had a network of people you could turn to before you even arrived here?
So, I received my offer last year in March itself. So it's 1 year now. That time we had our WhatsApp groups, unofficial WhatsApp groups, where we could discuss for accommodation, or maybe just kind of socializing with people, knowing how many people are going and where are they from. So I created so many groups, like the WMG community group I created, accommodation groups I created. So I'm the admin of almost so many groups. My friends call me the admin guy. So
The social guy. Okay.
so that gave me a bit of the exposure to like talk to many people and like just understand. Maybe they wanted to organize something, like for example an event back in India. For example, I'm from Delhi, India, so they wanted if we can have an event before going to Warwick so that we all are comfortable with each other and something like that. So building a network started from there. And plus I had relatives here, so that isn't a network, that's just a family kind of a thing. So
Well,
yeah.
Can I go back to setting up this network and the meeting in India? So, how did you come with the idea to initiate this WhatsApp group, and how was this facilitated? What
Okay.
part did the university play in this?
Okay, so when I received my offer, there was a Facebook group, but I don't think most of us use Facebook that often. So I joined that group, and then I saw a few people posting messages like want to connect and all that, but they didn't receive any like positive response from there. So I thought maybe it would be a good idea to create a group. WhatsApp is a not official communication channel, but it is a more often used channel. So I thought maybe creating a WhatsApp group would provide more exposure and help people. So I thought let's start this. Maybe if this works, it'll help people. So I first created one group. Then I got messages from people like, can we have a community so that we have a WMG community and several courses in that community so that we can have a community group instead of just one group. So I said, okay. So people from several courses formed those groups and I combined them into a community. And I think that helped a lot of people to figure out and just connect with their people. Because if you have people who have the same course as you feel more connected compared to someone else in a different course and all that. So I thought that was a good idea and it worked. So initially there was one group that had 50 people. After I created community, it had around 400 people. So that
Wow.
worked.
This is impressive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, did the university support again any of this, or the department?
No, the university didn't like exactly, because you have spam messages also on WhatsApp. So university cannot take
Yeah,
that
of-
on itself. So it was on us if we can create a communication channel or something like that. So, but university did its part. It created a Facebook group that was enough to at least talk to a few people, because I met 2-3 people. Like initially that time only 2-3 people got the offer. So it was a good communication channel we built. Start from that. Yeah. So.
And you said Facebook isn't something that you would use, and I fully get that. If the university was to set something up, say on Instagram, would that be more, which is part of Meta, do you think more people would use that as opposed to
I don't think people would. WhatsApp is, I think,
Is the
most
one,
is yeah. So most of the people are more comfortable with the WhatsApp, and we have Harj in cybersecurity. So he created an unofficial group in the offer holders
Okay.
event that we had in Delhi.
Okay, so that will be your course leader.
Yeah, my course leader.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So then we had a start with that. But since you have a course leader in that group, people are not that comfortable talking in
course,
that group.
of
So
course.
an unofficial group would have
Yes.
more sense. So,
Yeah, you want something just
Sarah is
between.
listening.
Yeah.
Mind you, with cyber people, you can
Well,
expect
exactly.
that things.
Well, that's
Oh,
what
no.
you would, yeah.
Yeah.
I can totally get that. But I think, can I just ask him? Obviously, he created the official one. You created an unofficial one. When you actually arrived in the UK and met sort of people not from an Indian background, did that group then expand with
Absolutely. So I don't think all 400 are from India only. I think 400 includes maximum from India. I'll say maybe 70% from India, but I think rest are from other regionality as well. We have people from China, we have people from Pakistan, some from UK itself. So we have a diversity over there. So
which is great.
Yeah.
And I think if you were offering advice to someone listening to this podcast, it could be that if there isn't something there, as you did, make it happen and make those connections, because that can help them when they're here in the UK.
Okay, so I have to give them an advice to. Okay, that's tough. I think even if you do not have a group or something, when you come over here, you have a welcome week. And I think that's the best time you can talk to a lot of people. Just say hi and then you can just start the conversation keeps flowing. So for me, the group was the initial starting point, but then the welcome week was a totally like a different experience. I met a lot of people in the welcome week. Plus we had Bollywood nights and all that. So that was also a great experience. So like attending a lot of events would also help you socialize and connect to people. And what I remember was during the welcome week, I was just passing by. So since I'm from Delhi, so I met a girl. Like I just was passing by. She said, "Hi, excuse me," and then we started talking. After we had a talk for around half an hour, we realized we are from the same place when we were leaving. So yeah, you just make connections randomly, and things that happen unexpectedly are the best ones. So yeah, that's what I feel. Yeah.
And what would you say to somebody who goes, I'm a little shy?
In WMG, we have skills plus workshops. So if you are shy, that's a closed room workshop. So you have limited amount of people, for example, maybe 10, 15 people. So I think that's a good starting point to socialize, build connections, and you have a lot of activities like teamwork activity and communication, everything. So like it shapes you as well. Plus it helps you to connect with people, because I think what they try is to maintain a diversity. So they divide you in groups so that you can conduct those activities. And then I think if you have a diversity of people in that group, you tend to like socialize eventually. So I think that's a good starting point for someone who is shy.
But even though you were so proactive, were there times where you felt lonely or homesick?
Yeah, initially, like the first week. So my parents came along with me because we had a relative. So we thought it would be a great trip for them. So they came here. We we all were there. We were traveling in the London and everywhere. The last, when they were leaving, that was a very emotional time for me, because they left me at my accommodation and then they left. So they were here for a week. So usually I went to my university, and during the night I used to go to the hotel where they were staying. So that day I had to sleep in my accommodation. That felt very emotional. Yeah. So it was sad, but yeah, it's part of life. So yeah, but then eventually like a week passed and all that, and I just made friends and everything. So yeah, because everyone is feeling the same as you are feeling. Everyone has left their home country and they're coming here to study.
So what is your greatest tip to connect with someone who is also experiencing loneliness?
In accommodation, we have common areas. So if you sit in a common area, probably play pool, table tennis or something like that, you'll eventually make friends while playing, because everyone loves to play. They'll come, they'll join you, say hi, and then you just start playing. Because I remember the person I met, he's not in cyber, he's doing, I think, computer science. And I was just playing pool with one of my friends. He just came and said hi, and then we started, and then we connected on Instagram, we connected on LinkedIn, we met and all that. And yeah, so I'm also a musician, singer, songwriter.
wow.
Yeah, so my songs are on Spotify and Apple Music. So yeah, if you
Oh,
want
we're on
Excellent.
Spotify,
We're
so we need
Spotify,
to
so we
check
need
you
to
out.
follow.
Sure.
Wow, you follow us, we follow you. That's
Definitely, definitely.
great.
I'm just
What
wondering how you found British culture, the food, the weather, people.
Weather. So like I had idea about the weather, but I didn't know how often it would rain over here. That's something I figured out when I came here. So like you always had to carry an umbrella with you wherever you are going because it might rain anytime. It's sunny 5 minutes back and then it's raining. So but yeah, it's good. It's a different weather. It's good. And what else about food? Yeah, I miss home food. Obviously, that's the thing. I've been raised up with that. So like, you just miss your home food. But like, I had few Indian options over here, so I figured out. And then the frozen items usually we do with that. So that's fine. That's fine. What else? Yeah, this is something that I wanted to share. How often British people say sorry for everything, even if it's not their fault. So initially I said it's my fault. Why are you saying sorry? But then I thought like this is their way to just communicate. Just say sorry for anything. Just not excuse me, sorry. Excuse me, sorry. Yeah. So yeah, that's good. They're polite.
Is there a particular instance or a story that was actually quite funny when British people did sorry stories?
Sorry.
I'm sorry.
Probably this one. So I do not have a particular incident maybe, but because I experience this quite often, so I do not remember any particular incident. But something funny, maybe the British sarcasm, because we are more prone to sarcasm in our own language rather than in a different language, so it becomes difficult to understand. So usually when two British are talking and they are joking about something, it is difficult for you to understand, so you just laugh and go by. So if that makes sense for a funny incident, yeah, that's from my
Okay,
side.
okay.
Yeah.
Understanding the British sense of humor.
Yeah,
And now
exactly.
probably you grow to
Yeah.
understand it and like it.
Yeah.
Okay. So is there anything that you have changed in yourself since you've been here?
So I got to come out of my comfort zone. And that's really important for someone who is coming out of their home countries and exploring, because you have to be very open minded about things. You cannot have a closed mind and keep thinking like this is the way I progress and I'll only do that. You have to be open minded, come here, talk to a different people, have their perspective, get out of your comfort zone. Even if you are shy, try getting out. It's not mandatory to get out, but try getting out, because you are here for a growth, not what you were previously doing. You have to keep evolving and improving. So that I felt was, for me, the best part, that I could come out of my comfort zone. So yeah.
So how do you feel you've changed over this period of time, over this 1 year?
So I have boosted my confidence. So I was also a very shy person. I didn't used to talk to a lot of people, and probably I wouldn't have turned up for this podcast if I would have been my old self. So the change that I got coming here was the boost in the confidence, talking to a lot of people, and then this student ambassador role and my course rep role helped me to like engage with a lot of people. So I think engaging with a lot of people gives you that confidence, and you get fearless about anything. Because what I believe is the fear that people have is of being judged. If you talk to someone random and they might say, "Oh, why are you talking to me?" Yeah, like, so most of the people have that kind of a fear. But like when you talk to a lot of people, you realize that people are nice. They are also willing to talk to you, and when you talk to a lot of people,
Do you feel this is part of your role as a student representative or as an ambassador? What I'm aiming at is really for you to describe to our listeners what is to be a student ambassador or what is to be a course rep.
okay, so they're basically more of a people interactive role. For me, my work is to create marketing content for WMG. So, for example, we had Women's Day. So, I did the filming for the Women's Day as well as the editing part for that. So, I talked to around 50 women to convince them to be a part of the reel. Then around 20 turned up for that. So yeah, that's good. So this is a more people centric role. So that's for the student ambassador. And for the course representative role, is also a people-centric role, but that's more academic focus. So making people feel comfortable in the modules that they are progressing, because every module is new to everyone. Some have a different background. For example, they have a more technical background, so cybersecurity might sound easy to them. But people who do not have a more technical background, they might face some challenges. I have a technical background, but I need to understand that the ones who do not have a technical background, they might face challenges. So as a course representative, that's my role.
How do you feel studying in the UK has changed your view, your perspective of India?
Here the academic things are more practical oriented than more of a theoretical and examination point of view, at least for WMG. So back in India, we used to get lecture notes, create notes, everything when you are in your classroom, and then go back, study, and then go for the exams. But here in UK, it's more like you study in your classroom, then you implement in your lab sessions, and then you have to prepare a report. I think that's the best approach for all of us, because as a course rep, I had to talk to a lot of people, and they also think that this is the best approach, because when you're giving an examination for a technical course, you do not know what might go wrong. You have just learned a command, you just write it in the exam, and that's done. When you're implementing a full system, you know what coding line might interfere with another coding line, and then that might create issues. So you just explore on that part. So I think practicality is the best part I found over here in the UK compared to India.
And how intensive do you find the course? Can you tell us about your work week? How busy is
Okay, so I'll compare it with India only, so you'll get a more idea.
Okay.
So for example, in India, we had like examinations every 2 to 3 months. So like there would be a week when you'll have 3 or 4 examinations, something like that. Here we have a module that starts in the first week of the month. For example, I'll just take the example of March only. So for in the first week of March, we had a module, we had our introduction, and then we were assigned our coursework. So you have 4 weeks to complete your coursework by the end of this. So we have a deadline for 31st of March. So from the starting of the month till the end of the month, you have enough time. You have your course leader, you have your module leaders, you have your teams channel. You can ask doubts if you have any related to your coursework, like what you do not understand. So you can ask them, and yeah, so it's 1 month. So you have to complete everything in 1 month. So initially, the first module was a bit challenging. So I took an extension in the first module, because that time you just come here, you're so overwhelmed doing a lot of things, and then you just figure out, okay, now I have to do my coursework as well. So I took extension the first one. Then I tried to manage my time, and then eventually I didn't take any extensions after that. So because I figured out that you have 1 month starting with the week one, so how you have to progress with your coursework. So it's not very hectic, but like you need to manage your time in order to make it on time. So
Yeah, I remember that was one of the key messages we tell our students. You will learn to be good at time management.
absolutely.
Yeah, in these courses.
I mean, what things would you say this period of time in studying in the UK has given you? Is there any advice that you would offer to somebody who's listening to this podcast, who's about to get on that plane and maybe is a little bit nervous, as you probably, were? What things would you say to them? This is what I would do, or try this.
The only suggestion I have for them is make friends, make lot of friends. Because if you have people who can relate to what you are currently in the situation, I think that's the best part, and you can talk to them and lighten your mood. In this generation, or what I'll say, if you're at a certain age, that point in life, friends tend to understand you more closely than your parents. So I'll say, have friends, make friends, be good friends to them as well, so that they also feel comfortable when they are with you. And if you are nervous, it's a part of life. Be nervous. That's how you'll get out of your comfort zone, and then you'll eventually figure out that's part of life.
And did you ever feel, oh, even my friends can't help me here? Were you made aware of people that you could go and speak to if you were feeling a bit low or just fed up?
So in WMG, we have our personal tutors. So every set of people, for example, we have 8 people that have one personal tutor. You can book a meeting with him physically or virtually. And he's the one you can talk to him about academics, your personal life. If you're feeling low, you are feeling like out of place, you have that point of contact. You can go to him, you can discuss. And even our course leaders are, I'll say, so sweet. I had to say that because if I have faced a problem and I have told them, they made sure that the problem is rectified by today. I have Hani as my course leader. Harj is the one who is the leader for cybersecurity, and Hani is the one who's managing the course. So I told him about, we are not having more often events. People want, like we had Holi recently, so people wanted to enjoy Holi, but we didn't have anything from the university for us. So people wanted that we should have something. So I just emailed him like, this is the issue, and people want to have more such events. He instantly mailed to the student experience team explaining everything, like people are facing issues, it's your responsibility to figure it out. And I received a reply from that team within, I'll say, probably 1 hour or so. So I think that makes me feel very happy about it, that if you have a problem, you have the resolution at earliest. So it's the best part.
So do I understand you got a really good holy party?
We did our party because they didn't have enough time for the planning and everything. But they told they're hiring a new event coordinator or something. So they said might not be this year, but maybe from the next year they might organize event. We have event for Christmas party. That was a really good event. So appreciate that. But if we could have for more of the Diwali, Holi, that feels more.
More parties.
Yeah.
More parties. Bring it
Yeah.
on. And where next? What are you going to do after your degree?
So yeah, as everyone does that, I'm planning for working in UK for at least 2 years, at least. And so I'm preparing for that as well. So I'm just looking for jobs in cyber as well as any other technical jobs, because cyber jobs are more security related. So most of the companies do not tend to prefer someone who is an international candidate. So I'm just exploring other technical jobs as well. But if I land up in cyber, that's the ideal thing for me. So yeah, I'm preparing for that. Plus probably a trip in the UK would be
where
very good.
Where do you want to go? Where do you want to go?
So like we were planning for going to Wales and Liverpool. So we'll figure out what works best for us, because I have just been to London. So
can I just ask a question about what you've done in terms of embracing the careers side? So have you gone to events? Have you seen your senior careers consultants? Have you done that? Have you gone to the central team to get your CV checked? Because you're talking about wanting to go into cyber, and it is more complicated if you're international, but it's not an impossible dream to get into it. So have you done all of those things as well?
Initially, like I had my CV back in India, but in UK you have a different format. So you have to format it according to UK. So we have a career set portal that WMG gave us, so that it gives you an ATS score. So
is that career set?
Yeah, career set. Yeah. So initially I made my CV. It had a score of around, I think, 80 or something, and then I tuned it, and now I have a CV of a score of 98. So that was a good thing for me, because you know where to progress. So career sets gives you that, gives you a detailed insights, like you have to include these metrics, you have to change particular sentences. These sentences do not suit well for a CV. It might look good if you have a cover letter, but might not go good with the CV. And we had career fairs. So I went to the career fairs, talked to the people, what job options they have available for us. Like we had Deloitte, CrowdStrike, Cisco, they all came for a career fair. So talking to them also gives you insight of where industry is currently and where they are looking up to. So career set and I think career fairs were more than enough to get you an idea. And then like it's up to you talking to a lot of people apart from that as well. For example, I connected to a lot of people on LinkedIn and then had a talk with them, like the alumni. So I had a talk with them, like how did you figure out your job in UK? Like is it easy? Is it tough? Is it a struggle to get a job in UK? And what roadmap, if you have a roadmap for that, like where to start from and exactly. So like they helped me out with that. So it was pretty good.
So I'm probably going to say it would still be a good idea that you speak to somebody else about things like mock interviews.
Absolutely.
You have a look at the university careers pages, because there's researching employers on there with a lot of information. And we do have an international career employability team
Yeah.
who look at not only jobs in the UK, but jobs in India, China, and whatever. So there's always a lot more that's out there. And people then turn around at the end of the course and say, well, we should have known about that.
Yeah, this is a problem with a lot of people. They know university provides resources, they do not know where to navigate. So the best thing is to talk to a lot of people. That's what I told in the starting. Talking to a lot of people will help you, because everyone is learning, everyone is growing. You might know something, some other person might know something else. If you share, you both know more.
Exactly.
So
But the downside to that is sometimes people can get erroneous information, such as we find with visas. Oh, so-and-so told me I couldn't do that. And you go, actually, yeah, you can. And so sometimes it is tapping into the traditional university points rather than just, as well as having that kind of student focus. It's getting that balance.
yeah, absolutely. Agree to that,
I think these are all my questions. Thank you for your time, Raj, today. We appreciate you coming here and supporting the podcast. It's been a pleasure talking to you. Thank you.
Thank you, and we'll check out your music.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
definitely. It was nice talking to you. I felt nervous in the starting, but I think it's really nice now talking to you guys. Thank you so much for calling me.
Thank you.
Thank you. Take care.